Okay, we've talked about this. You keep leaving things in that I tell you to cut. Is that what
Hi!
Hi guys! What? Welcome to the House of Hughes. We home hat. I try so hard because I have 9 of the same black built shirts. You want me to get that little makeup out of your eye?
Is it an
the tiniest bit. Let me see. Nope.
I would not do that.
No, I look amazing.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. As you guys can tell, our channel is now called House of Hughes. I'm sure that I've uploaded a few videos since I changed the name, but I'm filming this video for the first time with the new name. So thank you guys so much for the support, the love, the encouragement. Hunter's really excited because he was just dying to be more a part of this channel, weren't you, baby?
It came by popular request.
So for today's video, I feel like it's kind of aggressive with this video topic to ask people to subscribe. I feel like I should be asking you to not unsubscribe.
Right, that's the right direction.
Because today we are going to put ourselves on just like a platform for so much criticism. I just want to like preface, like, we think that we are dumb. Like, we are not advertising this as a way to find a spouse.
Yeah, we were young, right? We were 20, and I guess that's where I can leave it.
Yeah, as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be telling you guys our love story. Hunter's gonna be telling you about how we just knew I was the one so quick.
Yeah.
Ultimate salesman right here, baby. So. We are going to just jump in, tell you guys our somewhat crazy love story. Just don't do this at home, kids.
Looking back on it now, I can't imagine being a parent like to Blakely and Beckham.
Oh my gosh,
they came home and they're like,
hey,
I found someone and we're getting engaged.
And
I'm like, didn't you meet him like last week? Well, it's been 6 whole weeks.
Okay, we're all over the place, but we're gonna jump in. We're gonna tell you guys how we met, how we fell in love, and how we ended up getting married, and how we met and were engaged within 6 weeks. So if you love me and him, if you love us, please give this video a thumbs up, because if this hadn't happened, Beckham and Blakely wouldn't be here. So give this video a thumbs up for that. I feel like we should give a little background as to like our mindset.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So Rachel and I were both actively dating, not like multiple people, but just like going on dates with a lot of different people.
So we were actively dating multiple people.
No, but not like the same people. Well, I guess. Okay.
No, like we were kind of consistently going on dates with a few different people. Just we were dating, okay? Right. We were single. We were only 20, which, if you guys know, like in Utah, people get married really, really young.
The culture's super different. It's almost
unhealthy.
You know, like Rachel has friends that feel like at 25, 26, they should already be married. And in the rest of the, and it's like sad. They're like, how have I not found my person? It's like, well, the rest of the world doesn't believe in this.
Like we're the weird ones.
Right. And so the culture's different, and you're almost like expected. Or I guess the culture is you get married between like 19 and 21 as a girl and like 20 and 23 as a guy.
Totally true, yeah. So we were both single. I had just gotten out of a 2-year relationship that was really unhealthy. So I was just like thriving, not being in love with someone. Like that's where I was at, and I wasn't ready to get back into a relationship. I didn't really want to. And it's not that I had like fears of falling in love, but I knew what it felt like to be attached to somebody. And I really didn't want to be attached to anybody. So I was dating at like a very surface level, emotional mindset.
Yep, and as I was just going on multiple different dates, you know, every week. And for me, I just hadn't had like a good date in a while. And so in saying that, whenever Rachel and I, well, skipping ahead, whenever Rachel and I went on our date, it was super refreshing. But at the time, I told myself, okay, I'm not gonna get married till I'm like 26, 28, which again is super old for this culture.
Well, and you wanted to like make your money first. Like,
right, I wanted to become more established. I wanted to just be older.
Yeah, exactly. So we both love to train in the gym. We both are really into weightlifting, and oh my gosh, we were competing. We were both training for shows. It's so embarrassing.
It has been a long time.
Okay, so we both went to the gym like every single day, and you recognized me from the gym, didn't you? Like, do you remember seeing me a couple times?
No, so I saw you on campus at UVU one time.
Oh yeah, we both went to a semester of college.
Right, yes. I went to a half semester. So anyways, Yeah, so I recognized you from UVU. And then what happened was someone that we both knew from high school.
Shout out to Garrett Bayless.
He walked up and started talking to Rachel, and I was like, okay, this is like a perfect segue.
And this was at the gym. We're so all over the place. So he had seen me a few times at UVU.
Yeah. So skipping ahead, we're at the gym and we're both working out. And so we were both going at like atypical times. We didn't usually work out at this time.
Yeah.
She was like playing hooky from work or school.
Something bad.
I don't know. Anyways, so someone walked up that we both knew from high school. They were talking and I just went, this is kind of a perfect segue for me to go up and ask how she knows him. And it was super like a quick conversation. I could tell they weren't dating or anything. So I walked up and essentially just laid on the charm. She instantly asked for my number. Wait, am I remembering it wrong?
Yeah, you are. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just like some context. Like it was first thing in the morning. I didn't have like a thing on my face. My hair's up in a ponytail. Like I was not feeling.
And I didn't get ready either.
I was not feeling like I looked like fire or anything. I was like really in the zone. Like when I go to the gym, like I am there to train. I'm not there to talk to people. I'm very to myself. If you talk to me, I'm super outgoing, but I'm not gonna like walk up and start a conversation like I'm trying to keep my pump. So
her perspective, she looked great, but
you're so
I had never hit on a girl at the gym before. Just to
that like
clear the air.
Do not believe
no,
it.
I promise.
No, like that's not possible.
I promise.
You're a liar.
I promised. I really hadn't. I'd never hit on someone. I was 20. I'm not hitting on girls at the gym.
No, yeah, I know how you were when you were 20.
No, but not at the gym. So this was a first. So it was a first. I promise.
Okay.
So in saying that, then what happened? So Rachel was doing cable kickbacks. If anyone knows what that looks like.
It's okay. So I'm doing a booty workout. Right. And Hunter comes up and he's like, oh, how do you know Garrett? And I'm like, oh, you know, we went to high school together. And he's like, oh, no way. I went to high school with Garrett. So we are like, what? And we realized that we graduated the same year. I cheered and he played football. And it was just like shocking because we knew all of the same people, but we had never even laid eyes on each other.
Like all of her friends knew who I was. My friends knew who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Really interesting.
Like I have a theory that God for sure kept us apart in high school because I never would have gone out with you. Just because I would have known you. I had no interest
on any level to date anyone from high school.
Right.
I think most people feel that way. You know, going into college, it's like
it kind of taints who the person is.
Right, exactly. Oh,
when
you went to the same
them
high
when they
school
were
as me?
16.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of made like a little joke, and I was like, "Well, if
Marry
I'm like,
sorry."
And I was like, "Well, if I'm about to kick you, like just push me or something."
Yeah.
And then I like went right back to my workout, and so did you.
Yep.
And so I remember thinking like, you weren't trying to hit on me. Like that's not how it came across at all. Oh no, I turned back around and said, if I get in your way, like
so
I started
walked
the conversation again.
We talked really quickly.
We're sharing a cable, so we were lifting right next to each other. So when the conversation ended, I was kind of like, I kind of like still want to talk to this guy a little bit.
And I was talking with, I was lifting with my cousin.
Guy,
I wasn't necessarily trying to like stop our workout and like spend a long time.
You didn't want to talk to me.
That's not true. That's not what I'm saying
exactly
at all.
What you just
that's not what I said. Cut that.
I turned back around and like made a little joke about if I got in his way because I was literally doing like kickbacks, kicking my leg up basically right where he was standing.
And that kind of gave me permission and I went, okay, she like turned back around. She's not maybe like fully like obsessed is the right word. No, but she gave me permission to like talk to her again and I said, we should go on a date.
No, hold up. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, more or less.
No.
Okay.
He literally goes, no, you literally asked me like what I was training for. And I was like, oh, I'm doing a bikini competition. Oh. And you were like, oh my gosh, no way. I'm training for a show too. Like these two meatheads, I hate us. And so then you were like, well, we should lift glutes sometime because it looks like it's working. That is exactly what you said to me. He literally complimented my butt.
Don't cancel me.
Yeah, he did. So he compliments my butt.
Yep.
And I'm just like, honestly, I'm so nice and outgoing. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds great.
But I don't think my intention, no, I know what my intention was. So anyways, got the date.
And this was a Monday.
Right.
So we exchanged numbers and I took his number.
Yep.
Yeah, I took your number. And then your friend was like, oh,
yeah,
dude.
my buddy was like, oh, she took your number, so she's not gonna text you.
Little did he know.
And I said, bet. Yeah. Just kidding. So she texted me like 30 seconds later.
That is such a lie. No, literally. I'm just gonna like shoot it straight for you guys. I was like hanging out with another guy, and when I left his house, it was like 1 in the morning. Legit, it was so late.
Yeah, they were watching like Disney or something.
Yeah, and no, we were. It's the Family Channel. I really was. I'm driving home and I'm just like, I need like someone new. Like I need new people to hang out with. And so I was like, you know what? I'll text Hunter. So I texted Hunter. He probably thought I was like booty calling him at 1 in the morning, but I wasn't. I just was like, hey, this is like Rachel from the gym. Glad we exchanged numbers. And you had asked me out in person for that Friday. So it was Monday. We were gonna go out on Friday. So we were texting like a little bit throughout the week. And he was like, so what do you want to do for our date? And he gave me a couple ideas, and one of them was hot tubbing.
Well, so no, I gave her 3 ideas, but what happened was,
oh gosh,
I was like going on these dates, and they were all like lunch dates in between classes in college when I was studying. So anyways, I went to all these lunches in between classes or dinner. So it was just like a meal, and I would just like converse, and then I'd go, okay, if this is like a good conversation and we have a good, and we interface well, then we'll go on a next date that's kind of more fun. But with Rachel, I wanted to kind of do something more detailed that was
more special.
Right, more special. So I gave her the option of, and I didn't put it first, but it was just kind of like a relaxed date, which was dinner and then hot tubbing, right? And then ice skating and dinner.
Is not the vibe.
Or bowling and dinner. So just super typical. Go ahead.
Let me just say, if there's any guys watching this,
yeah,
do not ask a girl to go hot tubbing.
She didn't appreciate
when
that.
you barely know her. Like, we all know what that means. No girl is into that. Sorry, I know. Guys, don't come after me. Most of you agree. I know that. I was never into guys when they said, let's go hot tubbing. I'm like,
I was like, here's a great way to just talk.
Oh, to talk, yeah. Because you were so interested in what I had
moving
to
on.
say.
So,
so instead of hot tubbing, I ended up choosing a hockey game and dinner. He came to pick me up, and I remember telling my friend, I was like, this like really sweet guy asked me out, and I looked horrible. So like that just made me feel like really good about him to begin with, because I was not done up at all. I wasn't feeling like, you know, like I looked like really great or anything. I remember when he came to pick me up, I was just like, this guy is so cute, and he was so sweet the entire night. You were just
She was so sweet. I remember I was kind of like intrigued by how kind she was. She goes, do you want me to meet you there? I'm like, what? Or should I meet you halfway? I kind of live a far way out. And I was like, are guys taking you on dates and like making you drive to dinner and then just deuces? So anyways, that was sweet of her. Like right off the bat, I was intrigued. So I picked her up. Like she said, she mentioned to her friend, like, this gorgeous guy hit on me at the gym. Just kidding. And the date went really, really well. I remember talking to my parents the following morning, and I said, I had a good date for like the first time in 2 months. I had a date that I really enjoyed.
Little did they know.
Yeah, no kidding.
Daughter-in-law. Yeah, it was a really good date, but I will never forget. I literally remember thinking, because he did not kiss me when he like walked me back up to my door, and that was just different. Like, if you have a really great date, typically you'll kiss at the end of the night. And so I was surprised he like didn't kiss me goodbye. So I told my best friend the next day, I was like, oh yeah, like he didn't think I was cute. Like he must have not been into it because he didn't kiss me.
And this was the first date in like at least 2 months where I didn't kiss a girl on the first date because I liked her.
Aww.
And so I thought to myself, okay, some strategy here. And she thought I didn't like her.
So he ended up texting me the next day, and we were like chatting, and we're like, oh, like, so what are you up to tonight? And we both had dates, so we both lied. I said I was gonna hang out with friends, and he said he was like going to like dinner with his sister. And
which was true. My sister doubled with us.
Yeah, and so he was like, well, let's meet up on Sunday. So I'm like, okay, cool, because we wanted to have a movie marathon. Because I know that every single one of you, when you're on a date and someone mentions a movie, we're like, oh my gosh, we have to watch that sometime. But we were like, no, we're actually gonna like have a little movie marathon. Met on Monday, first date Friday, second date / get together on Sunday. On Sunday night, when we were together, I was like, hey, I am going up on like this big date with all of my friends, and I would love for you to come with me. So I asked him if he wanted to come with me.
Oh, that's right.
And Bible, he goes, I already have a date.
I didn't say that. I said, let me cancel some plans.
That is
I
what
had a
you
date
said.
for Tuesday.
I'm like, oh gee, I wonder what the plans were.
And I think I told you it was like something with my mom, but she knew because
I'm not a moron.
Anyways, so canceled my plans, and she actually canceled. She was going to take somebody else and canceled with them to bring me.
Yes.
So Tuesday night after that date.
So this is a week after we've met, and the third time we're going
and really
out.
just a few days after our first date, because at the gym we spoke for 5 minutes and exchanged numbers. She took my number.
And I was like excited to take him with my friends because I am like such a people person. I'm so outgoing. I love hanging out with my friends. It just like really meant a lot to me that he could like hold his own with my friends. I was like excited to take you. Yeah. And I remember thinking it was so sweet because obviously Hunter's such a gentleman and like paid for everything the first couple times we were together. And I was like, no, like I'm inviting you to come be with all of my friends and we're going to dinner and stuff. And I remember you paid for me and I thought that was really sweet. Like he was adamant, like you are not paying for dinner.
So there's some strategy behind that. To like the 3% of men watching this. If you take a piece of paper and you tally up what they owe you, like, if the relationship doesn't pan out, you just send a Venmo request. But yeah, so the date went really, really well, of course. Yeah. And that night how did it come up? I mean, you know, right? We DTR'd, of course, because that night we became exclusive.
We DTR'd that night, which is like just so hysterical, honestly. Looking back.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 5 days.
5 days after our first date, we were like, you're it. So I think we were just like hanging out after and we were alone. And you said, so where does this leave us? That's exactly what you said to me.
About what?
Like literally.
No, our relationship, but how did it come up?
I think you were just telling me that you were obsessed with me or something.
No, I thought you were saying like, I'm stalking you, I can't stop thinking about you.
We were both very like, I'm not here to like play games.
Yeah.
If I like you, I like you.
We were being straightforward because again, we both didn't want to be serious with someone, but since we did, you know, I feel like each other so much, it was just.
Well, and I remember like my exact thought. I had like a couple other guys that I was talking to or like kind of consistently seeing. We were not in a relationship by any means, like they were also dating other people. But I remember thinking like I'm not losing anything if I become exclusive with you, and like it just felt right, which is like really interesting because there were some other really good people that I could have like been in a relationship with, and it just wasn't the right thing to do, and I like didn't know how to describe that. And when I finally met Hunter, and when I met Hunter, I was just like, this is why it didn't work with anybody else. I did.
Yeah, no, I got you. So
it was so cute.
5 weeks after that, we went ring shopping, and I picked out what I wanted.
So we DTR'd. We're officially in a relationship, and I remember feeling like a tiny bit nervous. Like, oh my gosh, I just like am in the beginning stages of giving my heart to someone again, and this is so quick. Honestly, okay, I'll save this mushy gushy stuff for the end. But anyways, we DTR, we're happy. And then like days later, a few days later, we like surpassed the I love you barrier.
Oh yeah, no, so 3 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tuesday, and we said I love you that Friday.
Oh yeah, you said I love you, and I was like, I'm gonna marry you.
Yeah, that was her response.
Which like, literally if any guy who dated me in this
What did you say? I said I love you, and you said get on one knee.
Stop. No, I did not say that. But literally it's just so funny because like any guy that dated me in the year from like my more serious relationship to you would be like, that girl was not ready for marriage.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were both 20, you know.
Yeah, we were young. It's just interesting, like when it's the right person, it just blows, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like for me, I think everyone that's been married, for the most part, it's like the first time in any relationship or with anybody that you date that doesn't play games. It's just, you cut through all that BS, and it's just super simple. You know what I mean? You know exactly where they're at, where you're at, for the most part.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone can kind of relate to that, and they just go, okay, is there anybody else I'm more excited about?
And that doesn't mean it's like easy. It's
No,
always
of course
easy,
not.
like the first couple weeks, obviously.
And we were
because
living in
you're
La La
fake.
Land, right? Because we were 20 and we were
Yeah.
being the best versions of ourselves.
Oh, for
of
sure.
course.
It's not like you've broken any barriers of
Yeah.
like crying in front of each other or, you know.
I cried in front of you the first date.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Gosh.
Not that that would be a bad
Right.
thing, but that would just be
It's good to
kind
show
of
your
a
emotions.
lot. Yeah, like we hadn't had any serious conversations. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't told him about my previous relationship. I hadn't told him that I was in the middle of an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of serious conversations we had yet to have. But it's really interesting because we were already feeling really strongly about each other. It was easier for me to open up about those things, and I had a natural trust for you.
Yeah.
And the way you reacted to certain big things about my past and current
Right.
situation was really impressive to me, and just like further confirmed like this is why I felt so good about this guy. Like
Yeah.
I just knew.
I am so impressed with the potential you see in me. I think once you had those conversations and you kind of strip apart the relationship, it just came down to we quickly trusted each other.
Yeah.
And we were able to have those future conversations that I didn't want to have with other people. Like, how many kids do you want? You know, how long do you want to date? Things, and I mean, we both said a year, so that's funny. But I didn't even ask those questions to other people because,
Yeah.
not in a rude way, I just didn't care. I didn't have that level of interest.
Yeah, for sure. So things were just going like really, really well. And obviously like they're gonna go well when you've only known each other for like a month. But we were just like, yo,
Yep.
let's do this. Like we know we wanna get married. We know that we're right for each
Yeah.
other. And we went ring shopping and he got down on one knee 6 weeks after we met,
Right.
which is insane.
Pretty quick.
Insane. It's absolute madness.
Yeah.
100%.
Because about halfway through our relationship at the time, so 3 weeks,
3 weeks.
she said, if you propose to me, I'll say yes.
Oh my gosh, that's like low-key embarrassing, but
No,
I
it's
meant it.
It's not. We were having those conversations.
Yeah,
It wasn't,
we
I
were.
mean, we were in our place in our relationship.
Well, and I think what's important to note is it's not like we saw eye to eye on everything small. That stuff doesn't matter. Like Hunter's favorite show is The Office. I can't get into it. I know, I'll get more hate comments over that than this entire video. But we agreed on the roles we played in a marriage, children, spirituality.
We were, and still are, on the same page in all of those things.
The very big things, the
right.
make it or break it things. What's it called? The deal breakers.
Yeah.
The deal breakers we agreed on. And like I remember on our first date we talked about cheating. Our very first date.
Yeah. And I think it's important
yeah.
to note that you can have an accelerated timeline. It's not like we went on a date or two a week. We spent every day. All day together. After we went, really after the first date, I mean, pretty much
Literally.
except for that Saturday,
Yeah.
we were with each other every day besides Christmas, and we still saw each other that night. So we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
6 weeks is still ridiculous,
Yeah.
but we did
It's
spend a lot of
crazy.
time with each other, and she kind of got to know and see, I can't live without this man, this unit. I'm just kidding.
So I will
Yeah.
add, we had a 4-month engagement.
Yep.
And that's when we really started to get to know each other. And that's just the truth. And
Right.
I think we had a harder first year than we needed to, being married, because we accelerated the dating
by
process.
not dating, right?
Right.
We would have had to go through some of that anyways in the
Yes,
dating phase. We
100%.
just did it in our first year of marriage.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I don't know, God just like gave us the privilege of knowing really quick, but that doesn't mean that it was always easy for us. But I don't regret my decision.
How could you? Me either. So from my perspective, where it's not that I had like a list of exactly what I wanted, but I mean, of course, I've been thinking about who and the characteristics that I wanted out of a spouse for a long time. And Rachel hit all of those check boxes, and I fell head over heels, you know, so quickly for you. And then, you know, the rest is history. I've got 2 little kiddos, and
I know, it's honestly
we've been married for
crazy.
5 years.
Yeah, we've been married for 5 years, and I think it's safe to say we're both very, very happy. Our marriage is not perfect whatsoever.
Yeah,
We've
of
done
course
marriage
not.
counseling multiple times, and
Can't
it's
recommend
really
enough.
helped us. and we still work on our communication, and like I just don't ever want to like put on the internet like this persona that like we never fight.
Our first year was hard.
It was really hard,
and we've had a hard time since. And I mean,
not in general, but we've had like periods of hard time.
Right, heaven knows how difficult, like the strain that the NICU, you know, put on our relationship.
Yeah, like you guys saw that
That's one
video.
example, right? So
yeah,
but we're super happy.
Yeah,
but
but overall we're so happy
Yeah.
and so grateful that God led us to each other. And you know, it's so funny, like I just look back, I'm like, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but like for some reason, like we just looked out and it really worked for us. So we're not here to give any marriage advice, just to like let you guys have a good laugh and let you predict when we're gonna get divorced in the comments.
We're actually never trying to give advice of any kind.
No. This is for entertainment purposes only. Like I said, don't try this at home. But I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit more about our little love story that has just created a beautiful family. And we would absolutely love to do a Q&A for another video. So I'm actually gonna open up the comment section down below if you guys want to ask us any questions regarding our relationship, our dating history, like anything on the subject of our marriage, our relationship, how we feel about each other, etc. Please leave those in the comments below, and we will do another video that is a relationship and marriage Q&A that I think will be pretty funny and entertaining. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. We love you. We are so grateful that you guys have been enjoying our vlogs and our videos. And if you liked this one, please give this video a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna risk it and say it anyways. We would love to have you guys as part of the family, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.
House of Hughes.